So let's go over this paint thickness gauge. I'm gonna go over all the different features of it. I'm gonna go over a demo of me using this on my car. That way you know exactly how to use this. And then I'll go over a demo of me calibrating this paint thickness gauge so you can get the most accurate results possible. So what exactly is this? This is an automotive paint thickness gauge, and it's aimed at helping people quickly spot repaints and body-filled areas on cars by measuring the paint thickness of the coating on metal panels. And this is best for used car buyers, dealers, detailers, and body shop and inspection pros that want an affordable option for measuring the paint thickness. It's important to note that this is not a lab-grade paint thickness measuring unit. If you want the most accurate results possible, you want to look for other options. So this measures the thickness of paint and other coatings on metal panels from steel, iron, and aluminum. And its measurements are from 0 to 1500 microns, or 0 to 59.1 mils. So two measurements there, microns and mils. And a micron is a metric unit equal to 1/millionth of a meter. And a mil is an empirical unit equal to 1,000th of an inch. And these unit of measurements just, again, describe how thick something is. So just be consistent with your measurements, always stay in the same measurement. You just wanna make sure you stay consistent with the units that you measure in. Okay, so let's go over a demo of me doing some measurements on the plates that we got with the purchase of this paint thickness gauge. I'll just go ahead and do those readings on the table here. And then I'll also do the calibration as well, so you can see how that's done. And then we'll go to the car and take some measurements there. Okay, so let's just have a look at the device here first. Relatively small, can fit in the palm of my hand. We have the probe on the bottom, and it pushes in when you press down on the surface. It does take two AA batteries. They are included, which is nice. Go ahead and turn it on, so it doesn't need to boot up for 3 seconds. And then we get our screen, and just go from top to bottom. So the very top here, we see the SNG, that is single mode. We can press the mode button on the right here. Then we'll go to CON, continuous mode, and I'll go ahead and show you that when we're demoing this on the car. For the most part, you'll be using single mode. And this is just one single reading. When you press down on the surface, it'll give you a reading as opposed to continuous, where you can run it along a surface and it'll continually read. Of course, we have the battery life, then we have the measurement and the readout. So we can change the measurement right in the middle here, microns. We can change the micron to mil, and then we have the coating that shows the readout right here, and then this substrate on the very bottom. And the FE means ferrous metal substrate, like steel or iron. I'll show NF for non-ferrous metal substrate, like aluminum or copper, depending on the different metal. So it just confirms the type of metal underneath the paint that the gauge has detected. Okay, so the great news about this is you do not have to calibrate it. Right out of the box, it's very accurate. So I'll just go ahead and show you how to use that here. So go ahead and put it on the standard ferrous metal. Let's go ahead and push down, and it'll beep, and it shows 0, and then FE, ferrous, so it's exactly the measurement that should be showing. Then we can go to the standard aluminum. Okay, and it shows NF and 0, so exactly what we should be seeing. Okay, now we'll add on one of our little plastic pieces to the metal so we can measure the thickness of it. So we'll go with the thickest one here. That is the 1000 microns, or 34 mils. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this to mils, like using mils. So we'll just go ahead and put this over top, and we should get close to 39.4 mils. Go ahead and push down, and we get 39.4 mils. So exactly, and we got the FE, the substrate, the ferrous metal. Go ahead and put another one on. We'll put this on the aluminum, and this is 3.94 mils. Okay, so really close. So now what we can do is we can calibrate this. So to calibrate, we just press the calibrate button, and we can go up and down, and we can go to the 39.4 mils. It does go in 0.04 mils, so the closest we can get here is 3.93. So once that's calibrated, just press the calibration button again, and you're good to go. We can just do another one. We'll do the thinnest one. This is 1.97 mils. Okay, so we get 2.35. We can calibrate this again. Still pretty close though. Okay, and then we press the calibration button again, and that is calibrated. And we can also do a system reset just by pressing that for 3 seconds. Again, this is very accurate, as you see right out of the box. So if you want the most accurate reading from this coating thickness gauge, then you'll want to go through all 5 of these on both of the different metals here, the aluminum and the ferrous metal. That way you can be sure that it is fully calibrated. But I haven't felt the need to do that. So that's the full rundown of how to use this coating thickness gauge. So now let's do a demo on my car so you can just see the different readings that we get and just see how it looks on the car. Okay, so we're at my car. We'll go ahead and measure the thickness. We're in mils right now. So you wanna make sure that you're applying the same pressure and at the same angle so you're getting the same reading. If you're doing it at a different angle, different pressure, you can get a different reading. So always keep that in mind when you're measuring. Okay, we'll just push down. So we got 5.97 mils and it's a ferrous metal on my car. Go ahead and measure another spot, go a little bit higher. 4.99. Okay, and then we'll just test once more down here. And we get 4.74. So factory paint jobs are usually between 4 and 7 mils, so this falls within that. I haven't had a paint job on this, although this is a much older car. Okay, and then let's test this. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little piece of paper in between the car. You can see the different reading that it gets. So we can see it's much thicker now, 8.27 mils. So as you can see, this is a really easy to use coating thickness gauge. Okay, so then we'll go to the continuous mode. Again, just pressing the mode button, have a single mode and then continuous mode. And I'll press on down and we can just move the probe and it'll change as we continually go across the car. So for the best results, it's best to use the single mode. So as you can see, this is a really accurate coating thickness gauge. It's ready to use right out of the box. It's budget friendly and can be used on all types of cars. Again, this is metal only compatible, so it works on steel and on aluminum and not on plastic and carbon fiber. So if you have a car with carbon fiber, then this is not gonna work. So this is simple, budget friendly, and effective, and it's definitely worth checking out.